to this daily hypnosis session to overcome the fear of heights. Please make sure you're in a safe, comfortable environment before we begin. Do not listen to this session while driving or doing any activity that requires your full attention. If you have severe acrophobia, consult a healthcare provider for proper diagnosis and treatment. And now, on to the hypnosis. Now I wonder if you've ever noticed how the sky can hold so many things. Clouds, birds, airplanes, even skyscrapers reach up to touch it. It's a realm of infinite possibility. And as you think about that sky, consider also your breath flowing in and out. Just like the clouds float across that endless canvas above, your breath is your own personal sky. A space where emotions and thoughts drift, change shape, and eventually disappear to make room for new ones. And it's fascinating to think about how your chest rises and falls with each inhalation and exhalation, as if the very act of breathing mimics the rise and fall of elevations, the ascent and descent of hills and valleys. And as you focus on your breath, you might find that you naturally begin to feel more relaxed, more centered, and perhaps even a little curious about what's possible in this calm state you're drifting into. Just like a bird sails on air currents, you too can float on this tranquil state, effortlessly moving deeper into yourself. And as you do, it's almost as if an inner landscape opens up before you. A space free from limits, including the limitations of fear. Imagine for a moment you're at the base of a beautiful mountain, a peak that you've admired but never climbed because of your fear of heights. Yet today, the mountain seems different, almost as if it's inviting you to discover something new about yourself. How wonderful to think that each step you take on this mountain represents another layer of courage, another layer of self-discovery. As you ascend in your imagination, notice that there's a safety rope with you, a tether to your deepest, most secure feelings. Every time you move higher, the rope tightens gently, reinforcing that you are safe, you are grounded. It's as though each level you reach offers you a deeper level of internal comfort, even as you climb higher. When you reach a plateau, take a moment to look around. From here, the world looks different. The height you have feared suddenly offers you a vantage point, a broader perspective on life. Maybe you'll realize that being high up isn't so much about the distance from the ground, but about the closeness to your aspirations, to the skies that you've pondered about. You're not distant from security, but closer to your own limitless potential. It's a powerful sensation, isn't it, to be up so high, yet feel so deeply grounded within yourself. In this deep state of relaxation and self-awareness, let's consider something as simple and complex as a feather. A feather is both lightweight and strong, capable of helping a bird soar to great heights. It's remarkable to think about how something so delicate can be part of an intricate system that allows for the miracle of flight. And much like that feather, you too possess the intrinsic qualities that will enable you to rise above the fears that have grounded you. Would it surprise you to realize that courage doesn't necessarily mean the absence of fear, but the understanding that something else is more important? You can choose to focus on the exhilarating sensation of overcoming a challenge and let that feeling replace the unease you might have once associated with heights. Think about your reasons for wanting to overcome this fear. Maybe it's about enjoying the grand view from the top of a mountain, or simply being able to take an elevator without a second thought. Let these aspirations become like a strong wind beneath your wings, propelling you to rise above your fear. Now let's talk about perspective. From a high point, the world unfolds in a vast panorama, offering an expansive view but isn't available from ground level. Isn't it interesting? But what you gain in elevation, you also gain in vision. What could you see from a high place, but you couldn't see otherwise? And not just with your eyes, but with your understanding, your wisdom, and even your foresight. Imagine a situation where you need to be in a high place. Instead of the old reactions flooding you, picture a new narrative. Imagine how it feels to be calm, confident, and in control. Let these feelings solidify into a form you can easily access. And in the same way that a mountain climber carries essential tools, you can carry these new emotional resources. And as we near the end of this internal journey, you encounter a glass elevator. This elevator will take you back to your conscious state, but not before reinforcing all the transformations you've made today. When you step inside, you realize that this is no ordinary elevator. The walls are made of transparent glass, allowing you to see the changing landscape as you descend, yet you feel calm and centered. You press the button and slowly the elevator starts to descend. With each floor, your new understanding and perspectives become even more deeply integrated into your being. And as you reach the ground floor, notice how you feel different compared to when you began this journey. You've descended from the mountain of your fears and returned with the gift of courage and understanding. And as you're comfortably seated in the quietness of your mind, it might be good to notice how the idea of waking up begins to dawn on you, like the first rays of morning light gently pushing away the dark. On the count of 1, become aware of your toes, inviting them to reconnect with the world. On 2, let the sensation travel through your feet and legs. On 3, feel the power and energy coursing up through your torso. 4, your arms, neck and head begin to stir, making small adjustments as they prepare to wake. And finally, on 5, your eyes open and you find yourself back in your room, fully awake, yet distinctly transformed. The next time you find yourself in a tall building or on an elevated surface, recall the sensation of calm and confidence you've discovered today. Let it be cue to activate these newfound courage, like a signal that invites your body to relax and your mind to be at peace. You have ascended the mountain of your fears and come back armed with courage and a broader perspective on life. The horizon is wider than it was before, and so are the possibilities. Thank you for embarking on this transformative journey to overcome your fear of heights. It's been an honor to guide you through this process. Until next time, goodbye and good mental health.